If you understood all of these references, you're a wrestling genius. One of the most unexpected but welcomed returns to WWE in 2023 was Carlito. What makes it even better is that WWE did a clever bit of foreshadowing before it happened. At Fastlane 2023, the LWO faced Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Right before the match, Corey Graves said this.
I've been waiting months to say this. Dominic was right. Rey Mysterio clearly doesn't have a true friend in the world. I hear all this nonsense about familia. People call Dom the bad apple.
The apple spitting man returned once the match was underway and helped the LWO get the win. If you like WWE theme songs, you'll love this next reference. At Fastlane, LA Knight teamed with John Cena to take on the Bloodline. Cena and Knight won, but were confronted by Roman Reigns on the following episode of SmackDown. LA Knight got into a verbal exchange with the tribal chief and said this.
Over 1,100 days as champ, I've done things that you would never imagine in this business. What makes you think you could ever stand in the ring with me?
Talking like that's a good way to get yourself referred to in the past tense.
Most fans didn't catch the reference, but LA Knight actually borrowed that line from John Cena's old theme song.
Approaching me is a quick way to get referred to in the past tense.
In the lead up to CM Punk's return, WWE made a few references to the best in the world. Some were pretty blatant, like Shinsuke Nakamura using the GTS not once, but twice on Raw. Becky Lynch also dropped a reference to the straight edge superstar.
I am dying for a change. We are dying for a change. I want to be the catalyst for that change.
That is why in the span of just 42 days I was able to defend my title more times than Rhea Ripley has all year, more times than Roman Reigns has all year. I am the catalyst for change.
However, Becky's husband had the most savage jab at CM Punk as well as AEW. During Punk's time in All Elite Wrestling, he got into an argument with fellow wrestler Jack Perry. Perry wanted to use real glass in a segment on TV. CM Punk told Jack Perry it was too dangerous and denied him the opportunity. Jack Perry took offense to Punk's decision and took a shot at CM Punk during a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Jack
You know what
Perry
this is right
launching
here?
and then crushing
Real glass.
the
Go
abdomen.
cry me a river.
2 months after this incident, Seth Rollins decided to throw salt into the wound. On Raw, Drew McIntyre shared his disappointment about not getting his WrestleMania moment due to there being no fans when he won the WWE Championship. Seth Rollins responded a little later and had an interesting choice of words.
Boo freaking who? Boo hoo, cry me a river.
Speaking of CM Punk, he's kind of the Deadpool of WWE, so it wasn't too surprising to hear him make references once he returned. On the Raw After Survivor Series, CM Punk spoke on a WWE microphone for the first time in nearly 10 years. Of course, he was going to make references to his famous pipe bomb promo, and Punk delivered.
That I am the best on this microphone, in that ring, in this ring, even at commentary.
This next reference is pretty good. On one of the final episodes of SmackDown before WrestleMania 39, LA Knight was wrestling a match against Xavier Woods. Wade Barrett was on commentary and said this about Knight.
Well, listen, get this, Cole. Here's the deal. LA Knight has the face of a champion. He has the body of a champion. He has the shoes of a champion.
But you know what he doesn't have?
Did you get the reference? Before he was in WWE, LA Knight was wrestling for a company called NWA under the name Eli Drake. While there, Knight was being interviewed, which led to one of the most infamous moments of his career.
Look at something. Cameraman, make sure you get this. You see these shoes on my feet here? Go ahead and get down and get them. These right here are the shoes of a champion. This jacket right here, shoes of a champion. So I got to tell you. Wait, did I say shoes of a champion?
WrestleMania 39 featured a ton of references to WWE's past as well as to other wrestling companies. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn showed their respects to Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, or PWG, a company both of them worked for before WWE and helped elevate their careers. Trish Stratus also had some fun with her ring attires at WrestleMania. Trish's gear was inspired by the attire she wore 18 years ago at WrestleMania 21. Later, at Night of Champions 2023, Stratus did it again. Trish's gear bore a striking resemblance to what she wore when she and Lita became the first women to main event Monday Night Raw. Another WrestleMania ring attire actually broke character. After months of provoking Rey Mysterio and trying to get his dad to fight him, Rey finally gave in and agreed to fight his son, Dominic, at WrestleMania. As ex-con Dom was being walked to the ring, he wore a Rey Mysterio mask. Specifically, it was the mask his father wore when he fought Eddie Guerrero in their legendary match at Halloween Havoc in 1997. Even if it broke character, it was cool seeing Dom paying respects to his father as well as Eddie. Dominic's mommy also paid tribute to a WWE legend. At Payback 2023, Rhea Ripley wore gear inspired by China's attire from Backlash 1999, a great tribute. Now this reference was just funny. At the 2006 Survivor Series, Shawn Michaels competed in a 5-on-5 elimination match. One of HBK's opponents was Johnny Nitro, so of course Melina was hanging out ringside. The showstopper decided to have some fun at Melina's expense, slipping out of the ring and placing his arm around her, creating a pretty funny and memorable moment. Well, over 15 years later in 2023, Seth Rollins decided to recreate that moment.
Finn Balor 2 weeks ago. Oh.
Now, if you caught this WWE reference without anyone telling you, you truly are a genius. At Money in the Bank 2023, John Cena made a surprise appearance. However, the leader of the C Nation was cut short by Grayson Waller. Waller asked John Cena to appear on his show, The Grayson Waller Effect, but Cena turned it down. This led to John Cena saying this.
Say again?
No one says no to the Grayson Waller effect.
How about, can I enjoy some time with my friends?
John Cena said the exact same thing to a fan in public.
Say again?
You can't see me like...
How about, can I enjoy some time with my friends?
Sorry.
If you criticize LA Knight, you do so at your own risk. Kevin Nash learned this the hard way when he said this on his podcast.
Am I the only one that sees like an absolute ripoff of The Rock?
LA Knight was quick to fire back at Kevin Nash, and he did it on national TV.
Everybody on the internet wants to use my name to get views and clicks.
However, a short time later, LA Knight had an even more savage take on Kevin Nash when he said this.
How's that song of his go? I came to play, right? Now, if I was a complete moron, I'd say, let's look at that adjective. But I'm not a moron, so I'm gonna say, let's look at that verb, play.
LA Knight was having a laugh at Kevin Nash's infamous botch from 1996 when Big Sexy said,
This is where the big boys play, huh? Look at the adjective, play.
Apparently, Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss are fans of Scary Movie 3. Just watch this.
Get up, you little ugly. Come on, let me see what you got. What you going to? That's all. Hey. Ooh, I'm whipping her ass, Cindy. Yeah, what's up?
Michael Cole is kind of obsessed with AEW because he's the only person in WWE that constantly brings up All Elite Wrestling. When Cody Rhodes brought Jey Uso to Raw, Cole mentioned Cody's time in AEW.
Cody Rhodes used to be an EVP. I guess he can get things done.
Of course, prior to Cody's WWE return, the American Nightmare was working as an executive vice president for All Elite Wrestling. This wasn't the only AEW reference Michael Cole made in 2023.
There's been a lot of history for Cody Rhodes here at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. When he returned to WWE, he had his first SmackDown ever in this building. He did some other stuff here as well.
That other stuff Michael Cole was referring to was when Cody Rhodes competed on the first ever episode of AEW Dynamite in 2019. Cole also brought up Cody's past at Survivor Series.
And for the first time in his career, the American Nightmare joins a War Games match, the match that his father invented. Cody also invented a big event in this city as well.
That invention Cole referred to was called All In, the event that planted the seed for AEW. All In took place in Chicago, the same city where Survivor Series was emanating from. Here's another funny reference. Cody Rhodes isn't shy about sharing his disdain for the Stardust character he portrayed before leaving WWE. Since he returned in 2022, Cody's made a few references to Stardust, and more specifically, sharing his hate for the gimmick. While promoting WWE merchandise in November 2023, Cody purposefully covered up the Stardust action figure to subtly share his dislike for the Cosmic Wrestler. Now, to see the best and worst of WWE in 2023, watch this playlist.